Hello and welcome to the Great Unexplained Debate. Thank you very much for joining us. This is a debate that is recorded as live, so we don't edit out anything apart from the break bit. You obviously don't see that because the commercials are there. We need those to pay for all of this extravaganza that you see around me. Today with me, I'm very, very happy to have Andy Lewin. Thank you very, very much for coming again to see us. You've become quite regular.
Yeah, thank you for having me back again.
Group founder and paranormal investigator. How's things going? Good?
Fantastic, very good.
Good, I'm very pleased. Fiona Johnson sitting next to him. How are you, Fiona?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Again, paranormal investigator and developing sensitive.
Yes.
As I remember from our last thing. How's things going?
Very well, thank you.
Developed a little bit further?
A little bit more, yes.
A little bit more?
Yeah.
Good. You actually might be able to give me a reading one day.
One day.
And turn my views on mediumship around.
I hope so. Yeah, one day.
Thank you very much for coming in. And next to you is Natasha Keeley-Lewin.
Yeah.
How are you?
Not too bad.
I got your name right this time, didn't I?
Yes, you did, yeah.
I got told off by Natasha because I called her Kylie, but that's only because of my little fixation with Kylie Minogue. Right, enough of that. Again, paranormal investigator. How's things going with you?
Yeah,
Good?
not too bad. Bit short of hair now, obviously.
Yeah, it looks a bit shorter. It's kind of...
Well, I cut off for charity, didn't I? So...
oh, yes, you did, didn't you?
Yes. So
How much did you raise?
I reckon probably about 800, 900 altogether. And I donated my hair as well.
Oh, fantastic. So... Oh, can we go on eBay and get that?
Spreading the love today, aren't we?
I tell you what, this is fantastic. Right, what I'd like to start off today with is talking about ghosts and spirits and exactly what are they? When they go to this other plane, what do they do? What are they like? Because something came to me, one of these sort of funny magazines that likes to show a lot of celebrities and cellulite and stuff. And it says in this particular one, look, I've got it behind here so no one can actually sue me about it's a ridiculous magazine. It says on here, and it just caught my eye, not that I was reading it, obviously, but it just caught my eye when it said, Jay Goody's mum Jackie certainly isn't too pleased with his latest developments. She's talking about Jack's colourful lifestyle. She's been in contact with Jade's spirit and says his late wife isn't happy with his frolicking. Basically, he's had an affair or something with some other people. Bless him. But Jackie apparently has been in touch with Jade's spirit. Jackie, you haven't. Honest, you haven't. You might think you have, but you haven't.
No.
No, you haven't.
No.
Now, this made me think. I had a long conversation with Yvette about this, and it went on for hours. I can't believe that spirits. If let's take the point that we're accepting that spirits are out there. When they die and you can chat to them. But what do they do all day? Because at the end of the day, Yvette's, obviously really believes she believes her father's still around her, which is, there's a lot of strange things that have happened which would obviously make you believe that, and it's made me question that. I mean, I'm thinking maybe he is. But what does he do all day long? When you're dead, I mean, let's face it, our boredom threshold in life is pretty narrow, and mine is. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting bored with me talking already, as I can see you are. But what do you do? Do you just sit in a chair or ghostly chair all day long, and then you start moving things around? And
It's an interesting question.
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's that many theories, isn't there? I think.
Some people say that they live in a parallel universe and they do all the stuff that we do now, but without the kind of burdens of worries of day-to-day stuff that we come to work and everything. Apparently they do all the things that we enjoy doing now. That's what they say, that's a theory, isn't
only
it?
every now and again.
Which would be nice to think.
Turn up and knock a table.
Yeah.
But isn't that the same as if you go back to the Onassis family, there is a link here, honest. You've got the Onassis family, extremely wealthy, extremely rich. They kind of lived in almost a parallel universe because they didn't have to worry about the day-to-day things. They had so much money, but they all killed each other, or themselves, I should say. They all committed suicide, or they had sort of seriously sad endings. So is it like when you're dead, it's just like being really rich, so you don't actually have to come into work, you don't have to do anything?
Maybe they're just spending all day trying to build their energy up just to knock that table over or I don't know.
That's what I mean, because if it is a parallel universe, how do we see them then? How do they just every now and again they think, you know what, I'm a bit bored, what I'll do, these people sat in the dark, I'm just going to show myself to them for just a second, and then I'll disappear. Yeah, and then exactly, Last investigation we did, I think I seen my first spirit. I think, again, we've talked about this, you rationalise it, but we were in this room, it was in this very old fire and police museum, And I'm just doing the old filming with one of our other investigators. And the viewfinder was open on the camera and the light was shining behind me. And I just looked, and there was a bloke about 6'4" with, have you seen Unbreakable with Bruce Willis?
Oh yes, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
he wears that sort of, that hooded Mac thing.
Yeah.
He was wearing one of them, just stood there. And I looked in his eyes, he looked at me, and I was, you know, I was like, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? And I sort of, when I looked back, it weren't there. And
but
so, if it's a parallel universe, why do you just for one split second saying it was a ghost? Because I tried to rationalise afterwards because there's a cupboard there with a suitcase on top, maybe because it was dark. I don't know. I know you'd be annoyed with me over that, but I've tried rationalising it.
No, but that's a healthy thing. You have to rationalise everything.
Of course you do.
But where is he now? This is
That's
my
the
point.
thing, isn't it? What is he doing right now?
Yeah, is he still there waiting for somebody else to come and stand behind, or is he you know, is he
Could have been
vanished?
wandering around the museum just looking at things again.
But this is what. But is that saying that when you die and become a spirit, is that not must be the most boring thing on the planet?
Is it? Somebody said to me once, you know, about going and investigating. They say, well, are they haunting us or are you haunting them?
Sort of the
Is
other
there something
scenario.
where they will see us in that kind of light? And you know, because when people say that they see spirit, they're just as spooked as we are of seeing them. But then there's so many theories, isn't there? I could go on and on and on.
The film The Others explored that, didn't it?
Yeah.
Where the actual people who were being haunted were actually the spirits, and the real people were the.
It's funny because I did an investigation with Jeff Adams at an old abandoned asylum, and there was one part where we were seemingly getting some contact from from the other side with these bangs, these knocks, this kind of knock 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 knock, and it seemed as though that was almost the case, that there was another scenario that you almost caught in this perpetual revolution of time going back on itself. And it almost seemed like these people from 100 years ago were seeing us as ghosts in the future. So when poltergeist activity that we might be seeing, they're seeing us too. So if someone came into the place and started to wreck it, they would see that. They would see that violence. But they're looking into the future through a séance, and not necessarily just into the past. And it's funny because we had this long conversation. We were stuck in this mortuary bit, and it just went on and on and on. And we had this long conversation about it. It was probably one of the most boring pieces of television you'll ever see, because just Jeff and I, we weren't scared at that point because we were chatting. But it made us really think that are we all the same? Is everything still happening at the same time? Is there, like, if you take films, people at home who are watching this are seeing this at 25 frames a second. So basically there are 25 photographs, as it were, that's making this move. But obviously, you talk at your eyes must be doing the same thing, but probably taking millions of photographs. So there's got to be a time between one photograph and the next photograph where you're not getting information.
Yeah.
So if that's shifted slightly, there could be within that another time frame happening, and just every now and then you might slip it slightly and see into the other realm.
Yeah. Well, there's that experiment that
your
they
eyes
did.
have glazed over. It's gone like,
There's that experiment, isn't there, where they put a camera towards a TV screen, and it goes back, and apparently these images of people come through, and people say, oh, it's picking up something in broadcast, but then they're saying it's people that they recognise.
So let's get back to that after the break, because we've got to go. Enjoy the break, get a cup of tea, and come back to us in a couple of minutes. See you soon.